Honestly, it's such a gloomy, rainy kind of day, and it's kind of perfect for this video to film, honestly. It's like a perfect setting, perfect mood day, if you get what I mean. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am already, my name is Amanda and I make lifestyle content on this YouTube channel. If you're feeling the vibe throughout this video, please do not be shy to hit the subscribe button. I would love if you join the fam. This video is kind of a personal video. We're going to get deep and we're going to get maybe emotional. I don't know if we're going to get there today. This is a video that I'm going to be kind of sharing my experience and sharing my mental health journey. I suffer from depression, social anxiety, I have ADD, and I also have body image issues. It's something that I'm very open about in my day-to-day life, and it's also something I'm very open about online, just because I feel like it's not something that I feel like I have to hide or I feel like I have to push off, because it is a part of me and it does affect my day-to-day life, and there's no reason or there's no point for me to kind of hide it. So that's why I enjoy being open about it, because I know that it can help people like you that are watching this. So before we get into it, today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online counseling program. They have licensed therapists that are certified to be able to do like things as counseling, therapy sessions, and things as such. So these type of therapy sessions can be offered through your computer, your tablet, your phone, and you can do them either by video calls, phone calls, or even chats, which is so good for someone like me who suffers from social anxiety, because I don't like making phone calls. I'll be honest, my mom still calls half the stuff for me because I can't. So having a online platform where I can get therapy by literally chatting with someone is so beneficial for people like me. And it's also something that is worldwide, so no matter where you are in the world, you're able to access it. And I just want to kind of put out there that it's not like a crisis line. So if you are in immediate need of help, this is not a crisis line. This is a counseling program. So please search out for crisis lines to call if you are in immediate need of help, because it's important to get the help that you need. Something also super cool that I have not tried yet, but I'm so excited to try, is that BetterHelp has groupinars. So a groupinar is basically sessions that happen every single week, and they have different topics, and there's different people in the groupinars, so it's like kind of like a group therapy session, but you don't actually know who each other are, if you know what I mean. So basically, BetterHelp costs about $65 to $85 a week, which is actually really good. When I went to private counseling in person, it was about $125 per session. So if I had 2 sessions a week, over $300. And they do have access to financial aid if needed, so please don't let the money aspect shy you away from getting help. So before we jump into my story, I just want to show you guys how to sign up for BetterHelp in case you do feel like you want to join this amazing program and amazing therapy session. So when you go to the website, you're basically going to see a little thing on the side that asks which type of counseling you're looking for. So they either have individual, which is for yourself, they have couple counseling, and they have teenage counseling if it's you're a parent looking for your child. So you would basically pick which one you want. So then they have a form that you have to fill out basically, and they ask you tons of questions, and after it shows you all the counselors that they have. And once you're done answering those questions, it literally took me not even 24 hours to be matched with the counselor. Then we discussed, and then I'm going to also show you the groupinars that there's here. So it's really interesting. So basically, yeah, like I said, when you get to the page, it's going to ask you what type of counseling you're looking for. And following, it's going to be showing you different questions that you have to answer. They're all related to you, so it's pretty simple to answer. And then after that is done, you have to wait a couple of hours. For me, it was 24 hours. And then after I was matched with the counselor, you can also change counselors if you don't think that the one that you got matched with is right for you. I was very lucky, and my counselor is very good for me. Then after that, you basically can chat with your counselor. You can book sessions that can be through video calls, phone calls, or just writing sessions, and they block off time for you. It's super cool, and it's super important to get the help that you need. And yeah, so that's how you sign up for BetterHelp. If you have any questions or if you're confused with the sign-up process, leave the comments down below and I will be very happy to help you. I kind of want to talk about my story and kind of my mental health journey. I'm going to kind of separate this into the things that I have, so the depression, the anxiety, and things as such. So my depression is what I'm going to talk about first. So my depression started at a very young age that I honestly can't even remember what age it started at, but I know that it started in elementary school when I just felt like I was not like everyone else, and I felt really different, and I felt like I didn't look like everyone because I went to a predominantly white school, and it was weird, and I just felt like I wasn't pretty enough and I wasn't good enough, and to be like literally a 10-year-old kid thinking these things is like outrageous, and it's crazy. But that's basically what I felt. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I had to change things about myself. I felt like I wasn't pretty enough. And like a depression can really, really change your mood. So I'm not going to get too in depth about each thing, but I kind of want to talk about everything that I experienced with each thing. So depression for me changes my mood so fast. Like I can wake up one day and be in a good mood, and then like one little thing blows my whole day off, and I'm so like upset, I'm so sad, and like that's what it does to you. Also, some days I literally just want to be in bed all day and like do nothing with my life, and that's also a sign of depression, not wanting to get up, not wanting to do anything, and like just sleeping all day. And then when it gets to a certain point, there are times where you want to hurt yourself and you want to do things that will bring the pain that you feel inside to the outside, if you get what I mean. That's something that I dealt with for a little while, and it's over now, but it was something that I experienced, and it was something that was really low-key very scary. And it's weird talking about it because I was never really open about that part because it always scared me a bit, but it comes with depression. So for me, with my depression, I experienced a lot of mood swings. I experienced a lot of I want to stay in bed and do nothing all day. And I unfortunately experienced the part where I hurt myself. So depression is something super serious, and it should be taken very seriously, and it can happen to anyone. We all have different reasons as to why we're depressed, and sometimes there could be no reason at all. And I just want you to know that when someone tells you that they're depressed, they are, and that you shouldn't take it lightly, because I've had people in my life tell me that I was faking it for attention, and I wasn't. So now we're going to move on to my social anxiety. Social anxiety is my biggest one to date. So I grew up always thinking I was really shy, and I guess I am shy. I'm shy. But social anxiety has to do with anything that has social skills involved or social situations. And people are always like, Amanda, you do YouTube, you post YouTube videos. How do you have social anxiety? How are you anxious? How do you not like to talk to people? Why are you more shy in person? Why don't you talk enough in person? Blah, blah, blah. And when people say that to me, I try to act as nice as I can, but literally it makes me so upset, and it makes me sad because I don't know. Social anxiety is something that has to do with social situations. For me right now, sitting in my room by myself with my camera, filming myself and being able to edit myself after doesn't give me social anxiety. It's weird because yes, there are 6,000 people that are able to watch this after I upload it, but I don't see them doing it, and I don't have to physically be there to interact with them, so it doesn't make me as anxious as being in person with people. For myself, the times that I realized that it was really bad was with school orals. I would have panic attacks the night before. I wouldn't be able to sleep because all I would be thinking about is the oral that I have to do the next day, how I would say things if I messed up, what people would say if I messed up, what people were going to think about my presentation. Like, it was such a struggle in school to do orals, and I'm really thankful that so far in university I have not had to do any. Another thing with my social anxiety is meeting new people. I get very, very anxious when I have to meet new people, whether I already know them or not. I think it has to do with like first impressions and stuff. I get very nervous and anxious about what people will think about me, how I'm going to look, how I'm going to talk, what's going to come out of my mouth. Like, it's so sad because I love going to YouTube events and stuff, but I get really anxious at them. But I want to be there, so I push myself, but it's a struggle and it's draining. Another thing is going to new places, like going to a new restaurant that I've never been to before, going to a new cafe that I've never been to before, or going anywhere where I've never been to before. I get very anxious because I don't know where I'm supposed to go in by. I don't know who I'm supposed to speak to. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how close things are. Like, it sounds so dumb, but it's something that I get anxious about a lot, especially if I have to go there by myself. If I have to go somewhere by myself for the first time, I get so anxious, and I wish I didn't, but it's a part of me and it's been a part of me since I can remember also. So I've kind of gotten used to it at this point, but it's something that's really serious and I think it's going to be with me for the rest of my life. The next thing is something that I've actually spoken about in one of my previous videos, and it's about body image. I've had a on and off relationship with body image and eating and all this stuff. I think my biggest thing is I have trouble accepting my appearance and my body, and this is the most fresh and raw thing that I'm experiencing right now. And it's not the first time I've experienced it, but it's come back, and it's come back harder. In high school, I had a big struggle with my body image, and I primarily talked about this in the video that I'll link down below. Yeah, I've had a hard time accepting my body, and I don't know. My body's changed recently, and I've gotten bigger hips. I've gotten some love handles. I got stretch marks and all these things, and like, I'm just trying to accept it, and I'm trying to not hate my body as much as I do right now, but it's a work in progress. So body image issues can lead to eating restrictions, or it can lead to a weird relationship with food. In the past, I used to not eat certain foods, and I used to throw out food and things as such, and I don't want to get to that point anymore. So I'm making myself eat what I want to eat, because I know that for myself personally, restricting myself is not good, and it'll just lead to bad habits and bad things. I wasn't 100% diagnosed with an eating disorder when I was younger, but with my therapist, when we would talk, we noticed that I was getting very close to that. And I think that if I didn't get the help that I needed at that time, I probably would have been in an eating disorder era. I don't know what to call it, but I'm super thankful that I didn't get to that point. But she also told me that I can always get to that point if I stay in the mindset that I was in then. And I felt it coming back this year, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm very thankful that I am strong, and my mind is strong, and that I'm able to not let myself get to those places. But honestly, sometimes you're very vulnerable, and it's hard to not get to those places. So right now, I'm just like struggling with my eating and struggling with just accepting my body and stuff like that. And there's also a thing that's called trigger foods. So trigger foods is foods that you are scared to eat because you think that it's going to make you gain 100 pounds. I used to feel this way about anything to do with fast food. I would think if I ate something that's from fast food restaurant, I'd gain 10 pounds instantly, and that is not how it works. You can eat a burger from wherever you want. You can eat a slush from wherever you want, fries wherever you want. You will not gain 10 pounds. And honestly, to this day, I still eat burgers all the time from fast food places. And in the moment, I enjoy it. And then afterwards, I'm like, shit, like I probably should have ate something healthier. I'm probably going to gain pounds from this. But at the same time, you're not going to gain pounds. That's not how it works. Just by eating one burger, you don't gain 10 pounds. And you have to remember that. And I have to remember that. And the last one I want to speak about is my ADD. So there's ADD, which is attention deficit disorder. And then there's ADHD. I don't know the acronym, like, I don't know what it actually is, but that one is more for like hyperactive. I think that's what the H stands for. But for myself, my ADD is basically with concentration. I have had a lot of concentration problems, especially in school, and I didn't know what it was, but I thought I just didn't care about anything. But it was really, I had a hard time concentrating, and I had a hard time focusing on everything. I also learned that ADD has to also do with memory problems, and I had a hard time memorizing in school, and I had a hard time studying because I couldn't remember anything. And basically the ADD test that I did was, I think it was about 2 to 3 hours long that we had to do it. And worst category was memorization. There's a percentile thing, which is like 1 to 100, 1 being like good and 100 being bad. I was 98 percentile on memory, which means I am like really bad at memorizing stuff. So we love that for me. So school is really, really tough for me. It still is, but the fact that I have more assignments than actual like tests and stuff, it's been really helping. But school is just, it's difficult. ADD is basically a learning disorder also. So yeah. I was on pills for ADD. I'm not gonna lie. I was on pills for it. I hated it. It made me feel controlled. It made me feel like I wasn't in my body. It was literally terrible, and I've tried different ones. I've tried different dosage, and it just like didn't work for me. So I completely cut off the pills because I didn't want it to be like a bad habit type of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm in the process of kind of figuring out how to control my attention problems, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is a little rundown of my journey and a rundown of what mental health issues I'm currently going through and have been going through. And I just want to say that I am doing so much better than I used to be, but you know, it's something that I'm going to live with, and I might live with for the rest of my life, but therapy does help, like I've been saying. And I just want to say that there's a big stigmatization with going to therapy. People think that you only go to therapy when you're weak, or you only go to therapy when you're on the bridge of hurting yourself or things as such. And therapy is literally so good. People don't only go to therapy if they have depression, anxiety, and things as such. People go to therapy just to get their thoughts out and talk, and it's so important. And you should never, 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 never be ashamed of going to therapy, because it's honestly one of the best things that I've done for myself, and it's helped me through some of my darkest times. And if you need help, you need to get it. Therapy is okay. Therapy is there for you. It is there to help you. So please, please, please don't ever be shy to get the help that you need. With all that being said, please, if you are interested in getting some online help, online programming, online therapy, and online group webinars, don't be shy to sign up for BetterHelp. I'm going to leave the link down below in the description, and just sign up there. If you want to cancel, you can cancel whenever you want. I would say just try it out. See if it helps you. If online therapy is not for you, that's okay. But I highly suggest doing that, especially if you have social anxiety issues like myself. It's been such a good time, and it's been so much better than in-person therapy for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to me below. And remember, therapy is okay. Do not be shy to go to therapy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. And remember, live life, don't think twice. I'm out of here.